Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Oscar disaster. That's the topic of this video. Before I jump into this hilarious, catastrophic disaster, if you go on over, click subscribe, comment, like, I really appreciate it. Okay, so you should have heard the news by now. Who is going to be hosting the 2022 Academy Awards? And I got to tell you, the Academy never ceases to amaze me and their quest for dismal ratings, for wanting to push away as many people, not only in the US, but from around the world, away from the movie business. You would think at this point they would pick just somebody that everybody likes, that doesn't cause any problems, that's funny, like a Billy Crystal or somebody like that everybody likes, like the jokes aren't like profane. And even Ricky Gervais was fantastic when he did, I think it was the Emmys or the Golden Globes, but he insulted everybody in the room, which was hilarious. And it got everybody that is outside of the entertainment business watching it. But people in the entertainment business, you gotta understand, I've worked around many of them. They take themselves extremely serious. They could be playing, a gnome in some fantasy movie, and by golly, that gnome represents this and that, and it's changing the world. And some guy could be, a Viking, and a Viking who traveled through time, and he's in a Western, and no, that's not ridiculous. We're changing the world. Like, a lot of these people really believe that they're like just remolding the earth to how it should be by pretending. It's crazy to people outside the entertainment business, but that's what they believe. And so when you make fun of them, when you belittle them, when you point out how absurd they are, how hypocritical they are, they cannot take it. They can dish it out, but they cannot take it at all. And so the Academy chose three of the most unlikable people by the general public. Regina Hall, who I don't even know who the heck that is. Wanda Sykes, who, I'm sorry, Wanda Sykes speaks in one cadence all the time. It's kind of like this nasally, high pitched. She's kind of like the female Gilbert Gottfried, except not as funny. She only makes really the same types of jokes all the time. And then to top it off, the big cherry on top is Amy Schumer. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. Number one, Amy Schumer is not funny. Number two, she's really, really mean and nasty. And she jumps into activism. She belittles people, and not in a funny way. Um, she's just kind of like a repulsive person. She's actually the person who is responsible for Netflix getting rid of their star rating system. If you remember, you used to be able to click on comedy specials, movies, series, dramatic series that Netflix was doing, and you could actually, rate it from like a half star up into I think like 5 stars. But because her comedy special got like half a star, and you could also write in your review as well, kind of like a Rotten Tomatoes. The audience could score it, and you could write in what you really think. Because the rating was so low, and the comments were so hilarious, they were actually funnier than what the real content is of the special. She whined and complained. Her agents whined and complained. I'm sure they're like William Morris or CAA, like the very top of the entertainment industry. And they bullied Netflix into pulling that. So they totally, because of her, they swiped away, erased all of the audience interaction, which I think was half the fun of Netflix, But anyway, that's because of her. A lot of people forgot about that, but I did not. So it has been 35 years since as many as 3 people hosted Hollywood's biggest night. So right out of the gate, they're making this like a historic thing. So it's 35 years since 3 people. Like, that's an achievement. Like that shouldn't be happening. There should be 3 people all the time. I mean, I wonder how many years it's been since 4 people have hosted Hollywood's Biggest Night. But and it says and never have that many women held the MC position in a single evening. I mean, okay, I don't know what that is supposed to mean. I don't know what that's must be historical. And then it goes on. Hollywood Reporter was the first to report last week that there would be 3 hosts in the telecast. The trio were formally announced, with Schumer saying in a brief remote statement, "I'm not sure who thought this was a good idea. I don't either. But I am hosting the Oscars along with Wanda Sykes and Regina Hall. I better go watch some movies. You probably should." And it says the Oscars telecast is coming off its lowest rated telecast since it first hit the air in 1953. And so that's what I was wondering. I was like, this awards show has done so bad. I don't know anybody who even watches it. I don't even know anybody who knows somebody that watches this thing. And 6 years ago, I used to watch it. My family used to watch it. Everybody used to watch this. It's like the Super Bowl of movies. You want to see who got nominated, who won, the funny skits they do. But it's just it's a corporate commercial with activism in it, and it's mean spirited. And so I went on CNBC here to see what the ratings have been. And so here's like the 3 big events, if you can see this. So awards show audience declines. Annual viewership. So you got the Academy Awards, you got the Grammys, and then you got the Emmys. So the Academy Awards is movies only. The Grammys, that's music. Emmys, that's TV and movies. And as you can see, the Academy Awards is the top. Grammys kind of in the middle. Then you got the Emmys at the bottom. And throughout the 90s and early 2000s, it pretty much is staying about the same as far as the audience retention. But then once you get about 2015, 2016, that's when there's a deep decline and it just nosedives all the way down. And I mean, it even says here on this site, the Academy Awards are the biggest night for Hollywood, but fewer and fewer people outside that circle are tuning into the event. And this was last year. Last Sunday, viewership for the annual Oscars telecast plunged to a new low with 10.4 million people. Okay? Now that sounds like a lot of people. It really isn't. That's a 56% drop from the previous years. The previous year, there was 23.6 that turned on their TVs for the program last year. So in 1 year, they went from 23.6 million down to 10.4 million. That's crazy. There are people on YouTube who get, over a period of like a year, they'll get like on a video way more views than this, and they don't have any celebrities on it. So I'm betting this 10.4 with Amy Schumer hosting now. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to like maybe 6 million, maybe 5 million. It's going to be really interesting to see how this pans out because, none of these people are a draw for the most part for the general public, So I don't know. What do you think? Are you going to watch the Academy Awards? Are you excited now? Are you really excited that Amy Schumer is going to be hosting? Is it going to be fantastic? Or is this going to be like the Titanic, hitting the iceberg? Comment below and let me know. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, or original content, click subscribe. Later.